welcome back to my channel. So this video, it just occurred to me, but it's called like, what the heck am I gonna do with my life? So about a year ago, I decided to take a gap year before applying to medical school. This is something I will never thought I would be doing. I was like, a gap year? Ew, no, like I really just wanted to go into medical school as fast as I could. However, I realized, because like I literally been killing myself every single day, and I don't know, I want to have a break. Especially I want to like travel the world. I want to have a real job, because once I'm a doctor I will only be working in a hospital, but I want to have like a job with normal hours and experience that once. So I decided to take a gap year. I'm in my last semester of college and I have, I think, 3 more months. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have to organize all my life, and it will be also the first time that I'll be completely supporting myself financially, because right now I'm in college, so I technically have like housing and food, but after that I have to like find my own housing, find my own job. My initial plan was to go to Thailand. This was one of the main reasons why I decided to take a gap year, and I wanted to go to Thailand to teach English for a year and then just travel Southeast Asia. However, I kind of want to have just like a job in a big city, because I want to live in New York at least once in my lifetime, and I thought it would also be really cool if I could have just like a normal job in New York for a year. I don't even know what I would apply for. Like, what could you do with a biology major, honestly? Because I never thought I would be using my biology major. I just saw it as a mean to get into medical school, so I'll have to look into that. Like, I really like, that's what this video is about. I'm just gonna look what my options are. Then I was just talking with my parents, and they also suggested doing a master's. So my first thought process was like, my point of taking a gap year is so I don't have to go to school for at least a year in my life, because I have 4 more years and then residency and all that stuff. But my main reason wasn't like even studying, because I don't mind studying. I love being a long lifelong learner studying. But my thought process of this year was to like save money and travel, which are completely opposite now that I'm thinking of. So like, if I take a master's, I will be spending more time, more money that I will trying to save for med school. But I know that there's a lot of scholarships that I could apply for, so I'm also thinking of just getting a master's, but it will have to be a 1-year program. I don't even know what I would do it, like maybe neuroscience, I don't know, because I always wanted to like do something with neuroscience. So yeah, that's my plan right now. Also, if I take a master's, it will have to be in a really good university. I have 3 options, completely opposite to each other. Yeah, I guess you guys will like come along through my process of trying to figure out my life and what I'm gonna do for the next year. Also, because I'm an international student, I need to like figure out my visa, because if I stay here I have to like get a work visa, and if I go to study I have to get another student visa. It's just a lot of processing to do. So basically this video, you guys are literally following me along as I like figure out my life. I went into NYU because it's like one of my first choices, and I'm just looking at master's programs. I can get, I don't see anything interesting. Maybe in psychology. I can get psychology and law. What the heck? I can get, I wouldn't want to get a master's in French. I already have a minor. I just discovered that there's a master's accelerated program into medical school, which actually sounds amazing. So I'm gonna look more towards that, because that, I mean, that will save me a lot of trouble. I honestly don't know what I'm doing, but let's keep researching some more. Today's the next day. I actually was very productive today, because I applied to, like, my parents found this job, but apparently it's like for biology majors, and well, I think it's like all like engineers, biology and all of that, and like I can get placed somewhere and then they can move me along to work in different sites, which is exactly what I want to do, because I love living in different places. So I applied to that through LinkedIn. I created a LinkedIn profile, which is so weird for me, because I feel such an adult by doing that. It's so cool. It's literally like a social media. I don't know what I thought it was, so we'll see. I think I have a good chance, but I also don't know. Like, I don't know what they're looking for. I was looking more to like what I could do. I don't think I'm gonna do a grad program. I think that's still an option. Like, I'm not gonna discard it completely. And then another update is that I applied for a Thailand job in an international school, which I know I probably won't get, because I know that for those schools, like they, like you have to have like a PhD, you have to like have your like master's in teaching, which completely makes sense. Like, I wouldn't want just an out of college student just applying. However, the applications, they close in 2 days, which is crazy that I just find that school. and I just applied just for fun, and then like the worst I can say is no. So yeah, at least I'm getting like my exposure. I also was thinking of being a paramedic, but I think you have to go to school for 2 years, which makes no sense for me to do that again. So alright guys, a lot has happened. I have applied to a lot of jobs. I literally lost count. I discovered that there's a thing called fake jobs, which I didn't thought they were a thing. I was just amazed. Like my roommate has gone through so many like fake jobs. Like they really go through the process of having a fake interview, and like you will know it's a fake interview. But I'm like, I was just mind blown about like what people were coming up with. I have been applying to a lot of jobs, and at the beginning I was just applying to anything that was, I just had like in New York, and then biology that I could do with my major. Then I started going more towards my speaking languages, especially because in New York I feel like it's such a cultural city that I can like use that a lot as an asset. Apart from that, I went to the Korean Exploration Center on my school, and then they told me she literally researched a job in front of me. I'm from like very good jobs in front of me in 5 seconds, and I was like, I've been doing that for so long. I then started applying to more specific jobs, and then I started using cover letters, because before that I have only been using my resume. So then I decided that I want to do is research based, because I've been working with research in the past 2 years with cancer. I thought it would be very cool to just like use this time to exploring the research aspect. So this is crazy trying to like define what you're doing. I guess any other 20-year-old person knows what I'm going through, but yeah, it's so weird because like this is something that I never thought I would have to do, because I always just thought I was going into medicine, and even though that's my end goal and I'm still going into medicine no matter what, I have like this time that I didn't know I had. But I'm so happy I decided to take it. What I decided, I got to apply to a lot of research jobs, and I actually got an interview back, which I was very excited, because at one point I was just like very discouraged. I was just like, I don't even know what to do. Like I know getting a job is so hard, but man, I got an interview. I actually had it today, this morning, and I think it went well. It's literally my dream job. It's weird calling it my dream job, because I don't think it was my dream job a year ago, but I think this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. And even growing up, I feel like the only aspect that I was missing about medicine is like I miss going to an office, I miss having a team, like a small team, I miss having normal hours and just a normal salary, and having the weekends off. I always dreamed with living in the city in New York. I was like, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing before medicine. Like it's crazy how much peace I have, because even with Thailand, like that just sounds so much exciting, but now for me just working on a research lab, it's amazing. So yeah, I had my first interview today. It's also the only one that has got back to me, so it's kind of scary if this person says no, but I did apply to other jobs, and maybe I'll get another interview. I don't know. And even then, if I do get this dream job, I will take 2 gap years instead of 1 gap year, which is crazy to think. I guess we'll see. So I got back from my job today, and I didn't get the job, sadly. Although like it was weird, because I was so set into getting this job, and then the past 2 days it hit me, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get this job. I have this feeling, so I need to prepare myself for when I get the email. So when I got the email, I was like, wow, I didn't get it. So long story short, I'm so lost. I applied to more jobs, but there are not that many jobs left. Like I was applying and I didn't see that many where I want, because I wanted like in New York. Like at this point I was just like, I wish I just went to med school straight. I know I'm gonna find something, and like I believe it. Yeah, I don't know, it's very discouraging, and it's also scary, I'm not gonna lie. Like just moving to a new city, I was just looking for blogs through New York, and I have this idea of New York. I love big cities, but I have never moved to myself. Even housing, I always had my university that will find housing for me, so I never had to look for it. And now that I actually have, it's very scary. I started getting very scared to just go to Thailand, which is in a new continent, to find housing, and like I'll just be by myself. Like that's scary. It sounds better on my idea. I think the more that I get older, the more that I get more scared of doing things, which sucks. An update of trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for this gap year of school, which is crazy, because 2 years ago I was so excited to travel the world to Thailand, and now I don't want to. What you wanted sometime before is not what you want right now. I didn't get the job that I really wanted, and it was like my dream job. I like to think that rejection is protection, so maybe I wasn't supposed to go to New York. And honestly, the reason that I didn't go to Thailand is because I got like this gut feeling that like something could happen to me, because I'll be completely by myself there and I will not be under protection from my university. Is even if you're like an exchange student, I like if you're working. That's something I have realized. University gives you like this safe protection, so like things cannot happen to you, because then you have like a superior to like guide you through it. There's a lot of like resources in my university right now that I'm using to apply into jobs, and I actually just got off a meeting. It was my second meeting because the first one was very successful, and that's when I started applying to a lot of research jobs, because before I didn't even know what to do with my bio major. We went again, but we basically just said that I've been doing everything right. Like I've just been applying to a lot of jobs. I've been applying between 3 to 5 jobs daily. The thing is that the jobs are not even open in my resume. I think the first job that opened my resume was the one that got me an interview. So I definitely feel like how important is networking. Like my cousin, he got a research job because he knew someone, and then he got moved to Germany. And then my advisor husband actually went to a conference in Hawaii a while ago. There was this person that was looking for someone to do research with, but didn't have anyone, and that was in Switzerland. So they moved to Switzerland for 3 years to do research. It just really makes me think like how important networking is. The thing is like I'm such a small university that networking for me doesn't happen, and if it does, it's in my same hometown. But I don't want to stay in this town. I want to go to a big city, especially for that reason, for start networking. It's scary because I'll be graduating in exactly 2 weeks, which is crazy to think about, and then after that I'm on my own. So I've been starting to branch out. I feel like I really want New York City, and if I don't do New York City, I will do someone in Europe, because that will facilitate me travel within Europe, and I love the European culture. I also want to be able to practice my languages, so I want to be able to practice French and Italian. So I feel like if I go to Europe, I will be able to practice those languages. I always wanted to live in Europe. Right now I'm leaning more towards Europe, which is so crazy because 2 years ago I was leaning more towards Thailand, now New York. So a little bit update on where I'm at. So I actually got back from 2 job applications, which is crazy. So we'll see. I have the interview in a week. I will say I feel like more confident in this interview, so we'll see. But I still kind of want to go to Europe for this year, so I don't know. Everything's like up in the air. I just got done with my other interview, my second interview that I had, and I think it went well. I don't know, like it's hard because there's only one position and there's so many people. Ugh, it's stressful. I already changed, as you guys can see, but it's only been like 40 minutes since my previous interview, and I already got another interview, so that's very exciting because I'm getting interviews. That's the hardest thing, to get interviews. So the mystery of discovering what to do with my life continues. So right now I did 2 interviews today, guys. 2 interviews, what the heck. The first one I actually could see myself working there, but then I got the second interview and I loved it, because the first one, it was like a 2-part interview. I had the interview about a week ago, and then now I met the teammates of the lab. That was in Long Island, so I could see myself living in Long Island because I could get my car and I still get like the benefits of living in the city, but like the suburbs. So I get cheaper prices and everything, although my initial goal is to live in like New York City, not Manhattan necessarily, but like yeah. And I just got my second interview for today, which was with an university in New York. It was with a person that like she's the manager that like will like match me with my perfect job. First of all, I love the lady, like she was so nice. I feel like we connected more. Her point is to like match me with different people from the university, and like depending on what I like for doing for research. Well, before I was just doing anything, like I will take any research even though I don't like it. So I'm very excited for that. Literally right after I got off my second interview and I was so excited, I was with my friend and I was telling her how excited I was about the second interview, and then I was in line and I got an email saying that I got the job for the first interview. So now I'm so stressed. I'm supposed to be studying for my finals, and I was just like, what should I do? Like, should I accept this position, or like should I go to my other position, which I think I might like better, but like would I like it better? Like, I don't know. I called my parents, I asked some professors here from my university, and my career advisor. I'm excited. Like, this is the best for me to have, like trying to figure out what job to do. But I don't know, I also feel like it's a game of gamble, like knowing like should I wait for the, because there's a high chance I'll get a job there, or should I just take this one that I'm like, it's also a very good job. I don't know. So I graduated college in May. I went on a study abroad program again in France for a month to learn French. Well, it was to graduate from my French minor, so it was just like the final courses that I needed to take. Then I stayed another month in Europe. I traveled with my friend from college. We're trying to do 1 trip a year, and I just stayed with my aunt in Italy and I loved it there. Now I'm also taking Italian classes. I've been for a whole year now and it's so much fun. I love learning languages. I also started my new job, which is crazy. I decided to take the decision last summer to take a gap year for medical school to do something that I'm really passionate about. So my job is in Long Island, is with an university, and I work in research. I work in Alzheimer's and diabetes research, and it's very cool. I really enjoy it. I love my work. My work environment is so nice. My boss is the nicest boss anyone can have. I can arrive at like whatever time I want, and then I can leave at whatever time I want. The only thing that matters is that I do my work. Sometimes I do have to go on the weekends, but then it's like never longer than an hour. Normally it's like 5 minutes. It's because we're running experiments that go like every single day, and it depends on who can go on the weekend. I honestly love my job. I also love like doing manual things, and that's basically my job. My work environment is very small. We also have lab meetings, and I remember the first time I went to a lab meeting, I felt like an imposter, and I kind of still do, just because I'm the youngest by like 15 years of the whole lab group. And I just feel like an outcast. I'm like, why am I doing here? Like the first 2 weeks, I was just like, I think they make a mistake, because everyone has so much experience. I was just like, why am I working here? I remember the first time I went out with a coworker. She's Korean, and we went out with her boyfriend. And I remember we were talking. I was like, my goodness, they're way older than I am, and I didn't want to say my age. And they kind of like, based on context clues, they're like, you're just out of college? And I was just like, yeah. And they're like, I thought you were way older. And I was like, I know. It's been officially 6 months since I started my job, which is crazy to think. And then today I actually went to like this very fancy dinner for staff for the university. It was like people that would like focus on the administration. Like they literally said that they were working on admissions for medical school, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be here. I'm applying to medical school. They also were dressed very fancy. We had a mansion in our university, and it's very fancy. Everyone's dressed so nice, all from our lab or not, because we're in lab, so we don't want to wear any fancy clothes because if it gets ruined. But during that time, I got to know this coworker, and she actually just invited me to Yosemite. I was like, what? This is so freaking cool. But yeah, my life here has been so much fun. Every single day I wake up with so much energy. I love the weekdays, I love the weekends. All the weekends I try to go to New York City. Sometimes I drive there, sometimes I just take the train. It really depends, and I'm trying to take my best out of my experience here. I also form a great community at church, and I have great friends there. That's basically my life. This year gave me a lot of time to explore new hobbies and growing different things, which is so much fun. It got me to experience how it was life as a working person, and I honestly loved it. I'm still gonna miss it, I feel like, but I definitely know my end goal is medical school. I think that's an update for this vlog. I'll see you guys in another one. Bye!